Good to see you, Masha fans! Today, we're diving back into the magical, chaotic, and absolutely adorable world of Masha and the Bear. And here's the big question. Who is really the best character in the entire show? You might think you know the answer, but trust me, the top spot might surprise you. In this video, we're counting down the top 7 most exciting and interesting characters, the ones who shape the story, the comedy, and all the unforgettable chaos we love. So stick around until the end, because number 1 is the character fans talk about the most. But is it really who you expect? Kicking off our list at number 7 are the wolves. These two live in an abandoned ambulance and think they're terrifying predators. Spoiler, they're not. You know we love the wolves already if you've seen our video about why they deserve their own show. And if you haven't, why don't you check it out after this one? They're clumsy, goofy, and always hungry. These wolves are basically the slapstick comedy duo of the forest. If the Three Stooges were animals, they'd be these two. Their schemes usually involve trying to catch animals or find food, and almost always end in total failure. Honestly, their success rate is so low, you start rooting for them just out of pity. Masha often ends up messing with them, not out of malice, but because she genuinely believes she's helping. She'll see them trying to hunt and think, oh, they must want to play, and then proceed to turn their ambush into a tea party. The wolves are surprisingly expressive. One raised eyebrow can tell you everything you need to know. This is not how we planned this. Their slapstick humor and constant bad luck make them a fan favorite duo. The wolves add classic cartoon-style comedy to the series, and their frequent appearances help round out the forest cast. Hopping into number 6 is Hare, one of the earliest and most frequently seen forest characters. But before we go any further down the rabbit hole, why don't you think about hitting subscribe so you can bounce back over anytime? Hare is quick, clever, and always getting into trouble, especially when it comes to trying to steal Bear's vegetables. This rabbit has a one-track mind: carrots. That's it. That's his whole personality. And honestly, respect the commitment. Hare is basically that friend who's always stirring up trouble and then disappearing when consequences arrive. Who, me? I didn't do anything. Meanwhile, there's carrot evidence everywhere. Sometimes he teams up with Masha, sometimes he's running from her. But whatever the situation, Hare brings tons of energy to the show. When Masha and Hare work together, it's like chaos squared. Bear doesn't stand a chance. His expressive face and constant mischief make him one of the most entertaining side characters. Also, let's talk about Hare's parkour skills. This rabbit has moves. He's out here doing backflips, wall jumps, and speed runs through the forest like he's training for the Rabbit Olympics. Rolling into 5th place, we have Hedgehog, one of the quietest but most frequently seen animals in the forest. Hedgehog doesn't talk, but his personality shines through his reactions. He's like the forest's resident innocent bystander, just a little guy trying to live his life. He's curious, gentle, and usually just trying to go about his day, collecting berries, exploring the woods, or relaxing. It's honestly impressive how often Hedgehog finds himself in the wrong place at the wrong time. He'll be minding his own business, and suddenly he's part of a musical number he didn't audition for. Hedgehog often becomes the innocent witness to Masha's chaos, either startled, confused, or swept into her adventures. His wide-eyed, "What is happening?" expression is iconic. You can almost hear his internal monologue. "I just wanted some berries. How did I end up here? Why is there confetti?" Even though he's small, Hedgehog has a huge presence in the show. He appears in tons of episodes and adds a cute, whimsical touch to the forest world. Hedgehog is also surprisingly brave for someone so tiny. He's been launched, rolled, bounced, and flung more times than we can count, and he just keeps showing up. That's dedication. Taking the number 4 spot is Female Bear, the elegant, sweet, and stylish bear who completely steals Bear's heart. Whenever she appears, everything changes. Bear becomes nervous, clumsy, and extra polite. It's like watching a grown bear turn into a lovesick teenager. Suddenly, this guy who can build furniture and play 5 instruments can't string together a basic sentence. Masha usually tries to help, which of course only makes things worse. Masha's definition of helping Bear impress Female Bear involves things like surprise makeovers, unwanted dance performances, and romantic setups that are more chaotic than charming. Female Bear adds a warm, romantic storyline to the series, something rare in children's animation. She appears regularly and always brings out a different, softer side of Bear that fans love. The best episodes are when Female Bear is actually amused by the chaos. You can tell she finds Bear's flustered reactions adorable. She's not just beautiful, she's got excellent taste in bears. In third place is Bear himself. Bear is kind, patient, and incredibly talented. Seriously, this bear has more skills than most humans. Whether he's fixing things, gardening, cooking, painting, playing music, or just enjoying quiet time, Bear is the heart of the forest. He can play guitar, piano, drums, and probably the kazoo if needed. He can cook gourmet meals. He's a carpenter, a gardener, an artist, and he has excellent home decor taste. Bear is basically the Pinterest dream. And then there's Masha. Bear's entire life becomes one long series of unexpected adventures thanks to her. His carefully planned day, destroyed. His quiet afternoon, interrupted. His perfectly organized shed, now a rocket ship. Even though he pretends to be annoyed, it's clear he cares deeply for her, almost like a parent, teacher, and best friend all in one. The relationship between Bear and Masha is honestly the emotional core of the show. Bear's expressions tell a whole story. That slow blink when he realizes what Masha's about to do, that's art. The deep breath before he deals with the aftermath, that's every parent ever. Bear appears in nearly every episode, making him one of the most featured characters in the entire series. And thank goodness, because without Bear, the forest would be absolute anarchy. Coming in at number 2, and no, we're not joking, is Masha, the unstoppable force of nature disguised as a small child. Masha is the reason the forest probably has insurance. She is pure curiosity, zero hesitation, and infinite energy. If she sees a button, she presses it. If she sees a lever, she pulls it. If she sees Bear trying to relax, well, that's obviously the perfect time to start a band, bake a cake, or invent a sport. She's not trying to cause trouble, she's just excited about everything. Her heart is as big as her imagination. She genuinely wants everyone to have fun, even when fun means Bear has to rebuild his cabin for the third time this week. But wait, if Masha's number 2, who could have possibly taken the top slot? Keep watching. The winner's entrance is adorable, chaotic, and may involve snacks. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the surprise champion, the unexpected favorite, the tiny diplomatic guest who somehow managed to overthrow the Empress of Chaos herself, Panda. Yes, Panda takes the crown. Why? Because every time he appears, the show changes from Masha and the Bear into Masha versus Panda, the ultimate rivalry. Panda is sweet, polite, and adorable, but don't be fooled. Behind those cute little eyes is a competitive mastermind. When Panda arrives, everything becomes a challenge. Who can clean more neatly? Who can cook better dumplings? Who can be quieter? Masha loses instantly. Panda and Masha are basically siblings without the shared DNA. They love each other and they absolutely cannot resist turning the forest into a reality show competition. But fans adore Panda for more than just the rivalry. He brings calmness that Masha immediately destroys, a new cultural flavor to the forest, unmatched cuteness that breaks the internet, and tiny drama. He gets offended in the most adorable ways. And let's be honest, Panda is the only character who can challenge Masha and make her rethink her actions. A tiny bit. For a moment. Okay, not really, but he tries. Every Panda episode spikes in rewatching because the chemistry is perfect. Masha's wild energy plus Panda's quiet determination equals pure comedy gold. So, yes, Panda earns the throne, not just because he's lovable, but because when he shows up, the whole forest levels up. And that's our countdown of the top 7 most popular characters in Masha and the Bear. From the chaos of Masha to the quiet charm of Hedgehog, each character brings something special to the series. Whether they're causing trouble, cleaning up trouble, or just trying to survive Masha's latest idea, they all make the show what it is. Who is your favorite character? Are you Team Masha, Team Bear, or Team Panda? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more Masha and the Bear videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.